steps in their journey in this life, they observe every steps they do. Is it gonna please Allah or it will anger Allah, and act accordingly in every step, in a monetary transaction, in the transaction with family, with the society, with the environment, in whatever he's saying, tries to observe what is it something that gonna help me, that gonna please Allah or not. This is character number 1, yattaqun. Character number 2, وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. They trust, they put their full trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is an action of the heart. This trust is the action of the heart, and it manifests in so many things. That are you rushing right and left, forgetting Allah, or you're keeping all your trust with Allah. وَعَلَى رَبِّهِمْ يَتَوَكَّلُونَ. Do you think that others really can bring harm or good to you if Allah didn't will that? Who is the first one you think of when you need a help? Is it Allah or someone else? A powerful, influential person among your family members, a saint, anything else other than Allah? Is he or she the first one you think of when something hardship comes to you, or it's just Allah? These are the tests of tawakkul, having trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then a long series of other stuff, which I'll try to mention some of them, but since I'm reaching to my office, I might not be able to describe all of them in this setting, but we might come to it in another cycle. وَالَّذِينَ يَجْتَنِبُونَ كَبَائِرَ الْإِثْمِ وَالْفَوَاحِشِ وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا هُمْ يَغْفِرُونَ. These are the ones who avoid the major sins and illicit behavior in terms of sexual relations and other things. Any kind of moral degradation, they avoid it. And whenever they are afflicted with anger, so anger comes, nobody is above anger. And anger is one of the greatest weapon of shaitan to influence human being, because it's a veil on your rational thinking. This anger, all in a sudden, like Dr. Hyde and Mr. Jekyll or whatever that characters, you turn 180 degrees. By anger, you turn from human being, a rational human being, to an animal. Okay, so the anger comes, but the character of the believer is that وَإِذَا مَا غَضِبُوا, immediately they start to think, what am I doing? They start to say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, seek refuge with Allah from the shaitan who has caused this anger. And immediately starts to think of Allah, and then the effect of the anger starts to fade away, and he starts to forgive others. So that means the anger came for some legitimate reason. Maybe because you are asking someone to refrain from something doing bad, and he is reacting back to you with shouting, and then you become angry. Okay, so this anger most probably came in the way of da'wah. When you are preaching your correct message, the others reacted badly to you, and then you are reacted bad with an anger, and immediately then you knew that Allah is there and made a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, and your anger faded and you forgive the others, because you might wanted to revenge for yourself, not for the sake of Islam, and that contaminates your sincerity. It attacks your sincerity, you see. So all these things are working in the background of this this anger thing that Allah wants us to yaghfirun. But there are legitimate anger that you execute, because it's for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. والذين استجابوا لربهم وأقاموا الصلاة وأمرهم شورى بينهم ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. They establish their prayer, and the council, they don't take one dictatorship approach towards decision making, one person making a decision. No, they discuss among themselves. They counsel each other before taking any decisions. And this surah's name is Surah ash-Shura, and this Shura is the council. When before making decision, make a discussion among the various people who are attending the meeting. Okay, and it has been a character of the believers who deserve whatever is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, finally, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, and they give from charity whatever Allah has given them, both from knowledge as well as from their property. There are other characters, but inshallah we discuss them in some other incidents. Wallahu alam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.